Albert Einstein, just hearing his name conjures up images of a genius with a mind that changed the world forever. But how well do we really know the man behind the equation? Beyond his monumental contributions to science, there lies a side of Einstein that many people don't know about, a side that history often overlooks. Today we're going to uncover 7 shocking dark secrets about Albert Einstein that no one talks about. Secrets of his personal life, his struggles, and the contradictions that made him all too human. This is a side of Einstein they didn't teach you in school. Let's start with his first marriage to Mileva Maric, a brilliant physicist and mathematician. Some historians believe she played a significant role in the development of some of Einstein's groundbreaking theories, but their relationship took a dark turn after they had children. Einstein imposed a series of harsh conditions on Mileva, conditions that sound more like rules for a servant than a wife. These demands were written out in a cold, calculated letter that still exists today. This letter reveals a side of Einstein that's far from the kind-hearted genius we've come to admire. Their marriage eventually ended in a bitter divorce. Mileva lost out on the financial reward from Einstein's Nobel Prize, a reward that she had been promised. This wasn't just a messy divorce, it was a betrayal of a woman who had dedicated years of her life to supporting Einstein's work. It's a stark reminder that even the most brilliant minds can be deeply flawed in their personal lives. It makes you question the very nature of genius, doesn't it? Einstein's relationship with his sons was also marked by pain and conflict. Hans Albert, the older son, managed to find success as an engineer but could never quite earn his father's full approval. The real tragedy lies in Einstein's relationship with his younger son, Eduard. Eduard, a sensitive and gifted young man, was diagnosed with schizophrenia. Mental illness was poorly understood, and the treatments were often more barbaric than the illnesses themselves. Eduard spent much of his life in and out of institutions. Einstein struggled to cope with his son's illness and distanced himself. To Eduard, it felt like abandonment. This emotional disconnect reveals a heartbreaking side of Einstein. Here was a man who could unravel the mysteries of the universe but couldn't connect with his own son. It's a stark reminder that even the greatest minds can be ill-equipped to handle the complexities of family life. Let's talk about Einstein's love life. After his tumultuous divorce from Mileva, Einstein married his cousin, Elsa. But even marriage couldn't tame Einstein's wandering eye. He had numerous affairs, many with women much younger than himself. We're talking students, secretaries, even a suspected Russian spy. These weren't just fleeting romances. Some of these relationships lasted for years. Einstein was a man of his time, and societal norms were different back then. But it does make you wonder, doesn't it? How could a man who dedicated his life to unlocking the secrets of the universe be so reckless with his own heart? These affairs led to scandals that were hushed up and swept under the rug. The press often turned a blind eye, but the whispers remained. Einstein's behavior complicates the image of the solitary, benevolent genius. Einstein wasn't just content to revolutionize physics, he also wanted to make his mark on the world stage. He was a man of strong political convictions, a vocal advocate for peace and social justice. Horrified by the atrocities of World War I, he became a staunch advocate for peace. But his pacifism was put to the test with the rise of Nazi Germany. He even famously urged President Roosevelt to develop the atomic bomb, fearing that Nazi Germany would get there first. It's a decision that would haunt him for the rest of his life. Einstein, a proud Jew, initially supported the idea of a Jewish homeland in Palestine, but was concerned about the Arab population living there. His nuanced views made him enemies among both Zionists and their opponents. Appalled by economic inequality, he became sympathetic to socialist ideals, drawing the attention of the FBI. Einstein's political activism adds another layer to his complex legacy. He wasn't just a brilliant scientist, he was deeply engaged with the social and political issues of his day. Let's talk about the atomic bomb. Einstein's famous letter to President Roosevelt in 1939 played a pivotal role in sparking the US government's efforts to create nuclear weapons. Einstein, fearing that Nazi Germany was developing atomic weapons, felt compelled to act, but the horrors of Hiroshima and Nagasaki filled Einstein with profound regret. He later said that if he had known the Germans wouldn't succeed in building the bomb, he would never have written that letter. The weight of his decision, the knowledge that his actions had contributed to such destruction, weighed heavily on his conscience. This moral dilemma highlights the complexities of scientific discovery. Einstein's regret over the atomic bomb is a cautionary tale, a reminder that with great power comes great responsibility. Even geniuses can be wrong, and the decisions we make can have far-reaching and unforeseen consequences. You might think that a mind like Einstein's would be open to new ideas, right? Well, not always. When it came to quantum mechanics, Einstein was surprisingly resistant to change. He famously clashed with Niels Bohr over the interpretation of this new theory. Bohr argued that at the subatomic level, the universe was inherently probabilistic. Einstein, however, found this idea abhorrent. God does not play dice with the universe, he famously declared. His stubborn refusal to accept the probabilistic nature of quantum mechanics put him at odds with many of his peers. Einstein, for all his brilliance, could be dogmatic when it came to defending his beliefs. This clash of titans had a profound impact on the development of physics. Sometimes even being wrong can push science forward. Einstein is often hailed as a champion of social justice, a vocal opponent of racism and discrimination. He witnessed the horrors of Nazi Germany firsthand and spoke out against racism in America. He befriended African-American intellectuals like Webb Du Bois and Paul Robeson, but Einstein's own views on race were more complex than we often acknowledge. Recently discovered travel diaries from his 1922 to 1923 trip to Asia revealed racist and xenophobic remarks. These diaries cast a shadow over Einstein's legacy. They remind us that even those who champion equality can harbor prejudices. Perhaps the answer is that Einstein, like all of us, was a work in progress. He was capable of great empathy and compassion, but also susceptible to the prejudices of his time. Albert Einstein was undoubtedly one of the greatest minds of the 20th century, but his life was also marked by contradictions and moral complexities. He was a brilliant physicist who revolutionized our understanding of the universe, but he was also a flawed human being who struggled with personal relationships, grappled with moral dilemmas, and harbored prejudices that challenged his own ideals. These 7 dark secrets shouldn't diminish his achievements, but rather enrich our understanding of the man behind the genius. They remind us that even our heroes are human, with flaws and struggles that shape their legacies. Understanding these aspects of Einstein's life allows us to appreciate his achievements while also acknowledging his shortcomings. So the next time you see that iconic photo of Einstein with his unruly hair and mischievous grin, remember that there's more to the story than meets the eye. There's a depth and complexity to his life, a tapestry woven with brilliance and flaws that makes him all the more fascinating. Thanks for watching. If you found this video insightful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more deep dives into the lives of history's most fascinating figures. This is Curiosity Chronicles, where we explore the hidden stories of history's greatest minds. Don't forget to subscribe for more content that challenges what you think you know.